In this tutorial, I will show you how to use and abuse an array. Hello everybody, this is King Tut here, and welcome to the video. If you find this video for the first time and you're on YouTube or BitChute, be sure to like and subscribe. If you're on Vlare, be sure to like and follow. If you're on Library, be sure to follow and download. Thank you. We learned about data and the fact you could actually store data into a variable. But what if we could actually put multiple values into one variable, multiple data into one variable? Well, good news, we have what is called an array. So to implement array, first you need to put in a data type. So as we discussed about data types when making variables, it could be int, float, double, char, or char, or string. But this tutorial, I'll be using a string. So let's put in string, and then the variable name. So let's put name, and then you put these brackets. In the middle of the brackets, you put in the array size, which is the number of values, the number of data you want to put into that one variable. So let's put 3. And let's put a semicolon. There you have declared an array variable. There are 2 ways to assign it. One way to assign is to put equal, and you could actually put these 2 curly braces, and in between these curly braces you could put a value, and then you put a comma, and then put another value until you hit this limit. So since we put in 3 for 3 values into one variable, we're going to put 3 values. So let's put King Tut. Let's put in Tom Tucker. And then let's put Eric Cartman. And that's it. 3 values into one variable. Since we tell the array that we want an array size of 3. Another way to assign an array variable, you put name, and then you put the index of the array. So when you declare a variable that is an array variable, this here is the array size you're declaring. But when you're assigning it, this is called an index. And an index starts at 0. Always starts at 0. And then it ends at a number that is 1 below the array size you give it. For example, we put an array size of 3. So it's going to start at 0, and it's going to end at 2. And for this tutorial, let's assign it this way. So let's put in the 0 index, the first index of name. Let's put the same value. And for the rest of the indexes, we're going to put the same values. So how do we output all of this array values, all these array indexes? Well, first of all, we could actually put cout and then put name, the first index, and then we could separate it by a comma, name of the second index, and then separate by a comma, and then the name array variable of the final index. And let's end that line. And then when we run this program, it's going to print out all these array values. So let's run this program. And as you see here, we got the output as we expected. It printed out the first index of name, the second index of name, and the third index of name. But when you have a bunch of variables, or what I say, an array variable of size 100, this could get cumbersome. And this is not a good idea to output it this way. So what should we do? What's an easier way to output a bunch of array that doesn't include outputting and putting each and every index of an array variable? We could use a for loop. A for loop is really useful when it comes to arrays. So let's take out all of this and let's implement a for loop. So let's start at 0 because our index begins at 0. And then let's end at 2. An easier way to do that is to put a less than sign and the array size, since the final index of the array is 1 less than the array size that you declared. And then let's increment it by 1. This way we could actually output name, and then instead of putting each and every value, each and every numbers, we could put I. Because what it's going to do, as I shown you in the tutorial about for loops, I is going to begin at 0. It's going to output the first index of name. And then I will increment it, rinse and repeat until it gets to 3, and then it breaks out of the loop. So let's put a comma here and just put a semicolon. Then after the for loop, let's just end that line. And then let's run this program. As we see here, we got an extra comma, and that's fine, but it outputted as we expected. Hope this is helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.